Yeah, so I'm back at the Netherlands now. It's a beautiful environment with water there and with my father. So I got sent back with the KLM plane, forced to go back to Amsterdam. But I was definitely detained in the arrival hall. Little room assigned. Okay, I was able to walk into the arrival hall. But I had a guard shadowing me if I wasn't gonna escape or something like that. So it was just protocol. I mean, doesn't matter. But gewoon, I still cannot get over the fact that I wasn't informed that I was blacklisted. It's something that you should say. I mean, and the detainment, yeah, okay, sure, it's protocol, this and that, it's fine. But the detainment should happen, and all the things like the escorting to the I mean, you know what I mean? Sort of the detainment, the blacklisting, sending back to the country like that should happen immediately in the arrival. Upon departing. Yeah, I don't want to feel stressed about it or be mad, so I get more wrinkles or something, but it doesn't matter. But just want to relax here and get back to a good living, because I was super trapped for 3.5 days and then got forced to book a $1,600 flight back to Amsterdam, which is what I wasn't planning. I just still cannot get over the fact that they didn't inform me. Sir, you are blacklisted, so don't come back. Yeah, because I went with the officer to the check-in desk, at the immigration office, or eventually I just booked a return ticket to Taipei, assuming I was able to go back, because even at the immigration office nobody told me I was blacklisted. Yeah, I mean, are you gonna study that paperwork? It was just like when I came back, there was the officer. Yeah, they pointed me to some little text that said blacklist order number. Yeah, I mean, yeah, what could that mean? I didn't study the paper. I was just like, fuck it. I don't want to have anything to do with this stuff. And it was just, it's extremely unclear. It's super vague and unclear. I mean, I feel the immigration office is always just fucking around, because they have so much power, because it's an island, and nobody can escape, basically. And if you can escape, you're still in the system as... I thought about it, I definitely thought about, going somewhere with a boat. You can rent a yacht, that's something that you can do. But I also just wanted to go back. I was aiming to, go back to the Philippines and just be able to normally travel with the plane. So I decided to actually go to the immigration office and pay my dues. Which is what I did, So I settled it there, I was friendly with them, and they just took the paper. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna take the paper from how do you say it? Check in from desk to desk, do your stuff, and just do whatever they say, right? You're not gonna study the paper. Oh, and what is this and this? You're just gonna do your stuff, You go with your paper from this to this, and then you basically also kind of rely on what they say. That's exactly what I did. And now you have to go to desk 32. They're super So yeah, I mean, it's definitely just a sense of courteousness or even humanity to tell, sir, you are blacklisted for this is for 1 year. That's another thing. That guy at the airport when I came in there, he pointed me somewhere in the text, or like I said, blacklist order, this and this, and I was like, yeah, hey, and for how long? It's something they should tell. So you are blacklisted for a year or 3 years, or this is something you talk about. It's a pretty big thing. A 6-year stay is not nothing. And then he could just tell me I'm blacklisted. It's fine. I'll deal. I'll make other plans. I would have booked another ticket. Then I would have made other plans. Because I was just assuming I was fine. Because I am a case that deserves some discretion. Because I researched online. I just researched online, like, oh yeah, sometimes they handle it with discretion and you're not going to be blacklisted. It's super vague for Grok and ChatGPT and all of that as well, right? It's super vague from the get-go, and it is super vague because there is humans involved and there is a lot of discretion, and there is, Also probably bribery involved and whatnot. That's probably also why they were relentless, because I didn't give them anything because I'm white. You know, they always treat whites like absolute fucking shit if they cannot get anything from them. It's Filipinos to white people. It's you know, and I accept that. It's just a thing. It's just part of their culture. It's a part of their culture, society. But still, you can absolutely, and I think everyone can agree on that. Say, sir, you are blacklisted, so you cannot enter the country. And nobody told me. And I think even at the airport, they agree. Yeah, you should tell them. You should tell. What am I now suddenly? Like, the world is changing. What am I suddenly now? Now, like, I actually don't deserve any respect or anything because I'm white. I don't deserve any humanity. Telling me that, sir, you are blacklisted, or not even sir, you are blacklisted, and it takes a year. Now go. You know, like, you can also say it with disrespect. I don't care, but you know, I cannot get over that fact. You know, that I only got to know, and when I came back from Taipei, and then they detained me, take my passport, and force me to book a one-way flight back to Amsterdam. Doesn't matter the price, but that I cannot get over. But in the end, and I was planning to see my family anyway. Like, I was inviting them to the Philippines, and it's not that I never wanted to see my family again, right? And if they didn't come to the Philippines, I was eventually also wanting to see them again, of course. But they are also like, okay, they're also probably offended with the fact that I'm overstaying 6 years and 7 years in the Philippines or something, and that I don't immediately want to go back to my family. They're also just offended with that. Maybe also that's why they did it, but I don't know. Yeah. I could also give them that. Like, they pulled this fucking trick on me, not telling me, okay, I have a trip to Taipei, come back, and then go to Amsterdam. It's maybe them also from the heart. Like, okay, you wanna travel to Asia? It's also a little bit of financial thing. Okay, Netherlands is just expensive, and I just wanted to, hello. You know, I saved up for that's another thing. But again, like, they want to control my life. That is then my problem with them. They're gonna decide for me to what my life is gonna look like, also even after the Philippines. You know, like yeah, it's because in the end it is all good. It's good to see my father again, and that he's doing well at age 79. Whatever, it's a personal thing. It's fine, and I'm good. It's good like this, and I want to give that to them, and still, I was definitely a case that didn't technically deserve to be blacklisted. So yeah, I mean, so that's just, I cannot, yeah. That's why the Philippine government is basically nothing. It's not super. It's just a bunch of people that are, yeah. Definitely the immigration office is just like they think they're overly powerful or something. You know, it's it's just like. Yeah, it's not. The other thing is like, yeah, good to see my family again. But it's not all about immediate family. Also, you just want to connect with other people. It's yeah, but okay, but you can also, you know, they want to enforce their culture on me, and that's what the countries always want to do. Also, the Dutch to the foreigners here. From you don't speak Dutch as well, so you suck or something. And they also like that. Always their first question, oh, Phoebus, do you speak Tagalog? Like, it's the same thing. It's always like, you know, if you're not one of us, you suck kind of mentality, which is just generally retarded. So I think people should travel the world and immerse in different cultures and stuff. you should be able to travel the world, and unfortunately you need money for that. So it kind of sucks. So understand, I want to give it to them as well, that they're stuck in the area, that they don't have the means to travel, that they sort of have to be like that. Like, and some people are even about their village, right? So yeah, I gotta give it to them. Okay, you didn't have the opportunity to travel, so you sort of ignorant, as Michael Jackson would said. No, but just cannot get over the fact that they didn't inform me, that they tried to control my life even after all of this. So yeah, I do have a problem with the Philippines. I'm not back here with the Dutch. I don't see myself as Dutch. Right now I'm illegal everywhere. I'm not registered in the Netherlands for 20 years now, and I'm not planning to register back. So currently I'm illegal everywhere. So I'm just gonna stay with my father for a while, catch up with work, because I had a pretty good job actually, right? I was able to pay 192,000 pesos at the immigration office, $3,200. And it came not out of nowhere. It didn't come from my father's pocket. I can tell you that. It came from hard work and a job, right? And then a lot of extra expenses. I had to pay for the room that I was detained in. 3,200 something pesos. Which is basically the same as a good solid 4-star hotel in Manila, where you're free to go and have a good time in the mall or whatever. It's fucking insane. And they completely psychologically crushed me. I didn't sleep for 3.5 days. Couldn't sleep at the plane as well. I felt I was still being watched by everybody. But they escorted me to the plane with 6-7. A couple guards and airline agents, and I was able to board the plane alone as the first passenger, even before business class could come in. That was just hilarious. In the end, it was completely hilarious, because that was not the case, by the way, when I went to Taipei initially. Right, when they let me free to go, right? I first went to Taipei, came back. Sir, you're free to go. I didn't. No, he left, and I was just able to board the plane with the normal passengers, with the normal economy class passengers to Taipei and have a trip there. Then they come back to detain me. They forced me to pay. They're not paying my flight. They forced me to book a flight KLM Amsterdam, and then they detain me and escort me to the plane. This is as a blacklister, and then I have to board the plane alone first. They really escorted to the hallway, and then the captain was waiting me there. And it was hilarious. It's hilarious. This story is hilariously awful. It's hilariously awful. I definitely gotta relax from all of this. Well, I already look better than yesterday, but this took a huge toll on me. All those weeks with the immigration office, the stress about what's gonna happen. Because if a 6-year overstay, there's also the risk of being detained, especially if you cannot pay up, which is sad. It's fucked up as well, of course. It's completely fucked up as well. That's why I worked hard and saved enough money so I can avoid all of this, to be detained or to be. Gosh, because in the lodging facility, it's not the detainment center that I was in. It was a lodging facility. That's why I had to pay for the room. But still, I was being shadowed by guards. They could watch a film and, sir, this is your new guard. And they were nice. They were friendly. They were nice. They handled it well. I'm not gonna hate on them at all. I left on an extremely friendly note with them. In the end, I started crying really hard. I basically gave all my Taiwan. I had a bunch of Taiwanese dollars in my bag that I didn't know about before I went back to Manila. Complete fool with money in the end, really. That I basically sort of gave to them or to him for his daughter's laptop or studies or something. I wanted to help out, not to support the education of Philippine youth or whatever like that. And he ended up sharing it with the other guards, which is a good thing, which is what I want too, you know. So that's also why I was treated well in the end. Started crying after that, real hard. And not just because I did a good thing. I can also do other good things than giving money, even though I'm white. You know, the only thing I can do. The Philippines only thing I can do good by giving money. I mean, that is my big problem, being there in the Philippines all the time. I can give more than money. You know, I'm worth more than giving money. You know why? Like they so. You cannot call it racist, I guess, but it's so separatist. So separatist. The whitest money thing. It's this apartheid. You cannot call it that either. But what are you gonna call it? Fuck that, weet je wel? Fuck. Sometimes I think, fuck the world. All that fucking bullshit. You know? But it was hilarious. In the end, it's completely hilarious. But also, they should have told me. I think everyone should agree. But not that I want to accomplish anything with it. I need to let this out. It's just something I cannot get over the fact. Hey, sure, maybe they did it so I can see my family again, coming from the heart. Well, I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. You know, because, you know, of course I trust them the most and to be with my family. But it's not all about, you know, that is available there. It's also just like, it's strange, like, that's also what I want. I just wanted to travel Asia cheaply and also just connect to, you know, try to connect with all other people and especially non-Westerners, because now I'm back in the Netherlands and I don't want to be like with the Dutch or with any group for that matter, kind of thing. You know. But then I cannot get over the fact that they're trying to control my life. If they did it from the heart, like, you know, if they did it from the heart, you should be back with your family. If they did it like that, have a nice trip to Taipei, but then you come back, we extract more from you with our lodging facility and our guards or whatever, and then go back to your family. If that comes from the heart, I can appreciate that for them. But then still I cannot get over the fact that they're trying to fucking decide my life's plan or my plans. That, you know what I mean? Philippine government.